Hello everyone. In this video we are going to discuss about one of the very pertinent questions, that is why some students are able to reach the top mark or top rank and the others are not able. Now this question will sort of keep getting more often when the results are being announced. Like recently we have the JEE advanced results as well as the NEET results. Like in the background, the two pictures that I am showing, right? These are this year NEET toppers, Akanksha and then Shoaib. Now the point is they have scored full 720 out of 720, and respectively they got Shoaib has got All India rank 1 and the Akanksha has got All India rank 2. But here we are not discussing about just these two students, but rather on a broader level, right? Why some people are able to really go to the top level while the others are not able to. Now if you are able to get an answer for this question, means that's it, we got the key to success. Because ultimately if you look at it, right, what everybody is trying to do, everybody will at least during the initial time of their preparation, right, everybody would start with an idea that they need to be going there at the top. But the point is, in return, how much we are willing to give for that goal. Because at the say for example day one of the preparation, when you are probably sitting with all these JEE books or NEET books, what is the thought that you will have? You will keep thinking about, okay, I mean, what if it will be like, if I get an All India rank 1? That's the kind of a thought a lot of students will have. Okay, and nobody will start with an idea that, okay, I need to be like just crossing the cutoffs or something like that. Okay, if there are some rare cases like that, that's a different story. But everybody would wish to reach there. But the point is how much you are willing to give to achieve this goal. So this is the question that each of us need to be asking ourselves. Now when we look at the path to success, like the way in physics we say, right? So if you are trying to move from one place to other place in terms of your state, you can take different paths and each path will have a different work. Same way, to reach success you can have different paths. Like if you talk to say, I've been seeing the interviews of this Shoaib. So what he says is, he has joined in one institute for the regular classroom coaching. Then he wanted to have some more additional inputs for the practice part of it, so he has taken an online program of some 3-4 institutions. Okay, and if you look at him, he will say probably he has studied for 12 hours a day. Some other topper might say that they were just limiting their preparation for 6 hours a day, but they were more focused. Some will say that they have studied in the morning, some will say that they have studied in the evening. So each of them will have a different path. Some will say that, no, I have just focused on whatever my physics teacher has said and just did that. Some will say that I have just limited my preparation to NCERT bio. Some will say that I have probably studied from the Truman's. So each of them will have a different path in terms of reaching there, and each of them, it's a story in its own way. It depends upon what are the resources they have at their disposal and what are the circumstances through which they are actually undergoing their preparation. So a lot of factors will play a role. So we are not going to divulge into that discussion. While each of these paths might be different, some of the basic ingredients, like if you are preparing biryani, right, the basic ingredients will be what? Almost similar, but you can have some toppings, you can have some additions, they could be different. Okay, but the basic ingredients will be what? Same. So what we are going to do is, we will look at what are these basic ingredients in terms of the success path. Okay, so if you are looking at the basic ingredients, right, there are two things that we need to focus on. What is it that they all do in common, and what is it that they all avoid? So there are some common things that they do and there are some common things that they will be trying to avoid. So what are those things? We look at it. Now if you want to talk about what are some of the important things that they all do in common, one thing is to keep focusing on the goal throughout. Like the way I said in the beginning, right, on day one we might all be enthused. Okay, we'll say that yes, we'll take all these books, keep flipping through the papers, all of this will happen on day one. Come day two, we'll be little bit, okay, we'll see it. Day 3, we will probably not even touch the book. I'm talking about some students. So if your focus is in this manner, then probably we will never be able to reach there. So all these guys will have one thing in common, which is keep focusing on the goal throughout, from day 1 to the day end. the final examination date, right, they'll keep focus constant. Okay. And the second important factor is scheduling the preparation. Now when I say the word scheduling preparation, it is not just about your time management. It is not like, okay, I'll prepare for these 3 hours. Scheduling is more than that. Like if you want to prepare bio, so from where you are going to prepare the bio? Okay, so is it going to be NCERT? If you are not able to understand some things in NCERT, what are the additional resources you are going to refer to? Like say for example, I get it out in NCERT, I'm going to refer say for example this particular guide to get the clarity. If I'm going to practice, which are all the books that I'm going to practice from? So having a complete planning in terms of where you are going to prepare from and how you will be trying to rectify your doubts or additional learning needs, and all these aspects, right, time management including. So all these, like say I'm going for an institute, so what time I'm going for the institute and how do I do the follow-up work that is given by the institute. So all this will be part of the scheduling in terms of the preparation. So there has to be a clear schedule in terms of what is it that you are going to prepare from and how you are going to prepare. Okay. And while you make a schedule, right, there will be always some kind of deviations. Like say for example, I want to finish the chapter this week, I might not be able to do. There has to be some mechanism, some check has to be there where we will be able to see to it that whether we are able to go along the made plan or not. We will be able to have some checks and balances. So having a periodic checks and balances, right, is going to be of a lot of importance for us in terms of bringing us back into the fold. Okay, so like say for example, we make a daily plan. At the end of the day, we'll review whether we are able to stick to it or not. If not, we'll try to make a corrective plan. So we'll make a weekly plan. We have to check whether we are able to stick to the plan or not. We'll make a monthly plan. We have to check whether we are able to stick to that or not. So we have to have periodic checks to see how we are able to progress. Then the fourth point is while we are doing the preparation, we need to have an idea of how good is our preparation in terms of meeting the examination requirement. So we have to have a continuous test mechanism. So a lot of these toppers, right, they have frequent testing mechanism that they will take up, whether it is a topic wise test or a chapter wise test in the initial days of preparation, or the full syllabus tests in the last leg of preparation. Not just having the test, like say I take a test, I get 100 out of 180. Let's say I'm taking just one subject test. It is not just like, okay, I'll leave it there and then move on. So if you are not able to score the 80 marks, or if you are not able to attempt those relevant questions, we have to see why we are not able to attempt it. Is it because we don't know the concept, or is it because we know the concept but we are not able to solve that particular problem? We are having an issue in terms of applying it. So these things we have to keep reviewing, and this test and review, right, is one of the essential ingredient of all these successful aspirants preparation. Okay, and the last and very important point is trusting themselves. Like when you are doing the preparation, right, you got to trust yourself. So when you trust yourself in terms of your approach, your plan, you will be able to have that accountability of the preparation. When the accountability comes, right, then you will be able to have clear progress towards the final goal. So if that accountability is not there, then we will start leaving things to others. Say for example, if I am not trusting myself with mastering a particular chapter, then I'll think that, okay, that particular professor will help me to achieve it. The professor or the tutor or the faculty or the book that you are studying, all these are what? These are all the support mechanism. But you got to trust yourself to take those support and be able to push yourself towards the goal. So it is not like, okay, if you trust an institute, the institute will be able to take you from whatever stage you are and then go and place you there. It is not going to work like that. If that is the case, right, then all the students from the same institute should get the top ranks. It is not even like, okay, I'll study Truman's biology and I'll get all India rank 1. If that is the case, everybody will just dump everything and just get the Truman's biology, right? Everybody will be sitting in the all India rank 1. So it is not going to work like that. You need to trust yourself. So those who are able to trust themselves, they will be able to bring in the accountability to their preparation, and that is what is going to really lead them towards the success. So these are all the important things that they do in common. So this is just like one side of the coin. We have to also see the other side of the coin. The other side is what? The things that they will avoid. During every process, including this, a competitive examination preparation, we are going to have distractions. Now distractions can come from various dimensions. It may be personal level distractions, it may be the peer distractions, it may be distractions related to the family. So there can be a lot of distractions. I'm not going to divulge and detail what are these distractions, etc. But these kids, right, they will try to avoid all the distractions that will happen during their preparation. Now say for example, I am reading thoroughly the NCERT. Somebody will come with a book and then say, boss, look at this, it's got some really interesting diagrams. Okay, I look at it, but if you just go into it and then spend some 1 day, 2 days, and then again try to come back to your NCERT, what is going to happen is this is a distraction. You are like neither there nor here. You keep one book or one resource as the base. For any reference purpose, you can refer to the other additional books. But if you don't distract yourself from 3-4 places, what is going to happen in the end? We might not be able to get the real result. Okay, so even so for example, I'm going to one institute, okay, I'm getting all the lectures, etc. But if I feel that I need to get some additional practice, maybe I can take another institute material and then start practicing from that. But if I take that theory also start reading again, what is going to happen? There is going to be a complete mixture type that will happen, and we are not going to really get the right result out of it. So have a clear plan and avoid all the type of distractions. Okay, and that is what the toppers will do in common. Then the second thing that they will avoid is procrastination. Like we have to do something today, we'll say okay, we'll do it tomorrow, or we'll do it day after tomorrow. So this procrastination, right, is one of the deadliest deterrents that will pull anybody down. You may be whatever intelligent person you are, but it can just pull you down in terms of the success ladder if you are falling prey to this procrastination. And it is easy to say that okay, we need to just avoid procrastination. It cannot happen 100% to anybody. So to some or the other extent, each of us will have this inherent, I don't want to call it as a quality, but inherent thing in us that okay, we'll keep procrastinating. But we should always make attempts to avoid it. Like when I say we'll make a plan, we'll make a daily plan, what is going to happen as a result of it? If I'm not able to achieve something, means I'll be able to tell to myself that okay, I didn't achieve it. If you make a weekly plan, you will tell to yourself that okay, these things you missed in the week. So this constant reminding to ourselves, right, will make sure that we are able to avoid this procrastination. And the third aspect is not clarifying doubts. You should avoid. Why? Because if you keep the doubt with you, what it is going to do, it is not only going to make a mess of that particular chapter or concept in terms of your ability to understand, but also it will bring down your overall moral in terms of the preparation. Like say I'll always feel that okay, the mechanics part in physics I am not thorough. If you are just not breaking it apart, if you don't clarify your doubts, maybe you talk to your mentor, talk to your faculty, try to get it rectified, discuss things with your fellow aspirants, your friends or whoever it is preparing along with you, right? Discuss with them if your particular idea, like say for example applying friction, I'm just taking some relevant example so that you will be able to connect to it. Like say we have Newton's laws of motion, problems with friction, I'm not that much confident giving direction for friction, etc. You have to see to it that you will be able to clarify these doubts. If you don't clarify these doubts, keep them on, then it is not only going to hamper your regular preparation, but also brings down the overall morale in terms of the way you are trying to proceed towards the goal. And some of the students will unnecessarily engage in comparisons. Like they'll try to compare, okay, this guy is studying early in the morning, why I'm not able to do it? That girl is studying late in the night, so why I'm not able to do it? That fellow is sitting with 12 books for the biology alone, I'm just having probably 1 or 2 books. So these kind of comparisons, right, are something that we all need to avoid. So you have got a plan, you need to stick to the plan, make sure that you get all the support from your support system, and keep going along that particular plan that you made. And compare when it comes to outcomes. Let's say for example you all go for a test and you see that over a month period a fellow student is able to improve from say 70% to 80%. You are not able to improve that much. You compare on those lines, you compare in terms of the outcomes, but don't try to compare in terms of the the regular preparation level aspects, what happens as a result of it is you will try to unnecessarily put yourself in a really awkward situation where you will neither be going in one way nor the other way. You will get pulled in all directions, and that will never take you to the success path. Okay, so try to avoid unnecessary comparisons in areas that are not required. And the fifth thing is trusting others. So when I say trusting others, it is not like okay, you should avoid trusting others. You should trust others to an extent. Like say for example, I take up a book and I say that okay, I'll do this book means I will be able to get a good rank. That is fine. But when you do that book thoroughly, you will be able to get a good result. Just merely having a book doesn't mean that you will be able to get a good result. I go to that XYZ physics faculty classes. Maybe one of the student got full marks, but doesn't mean that whoever is going to that class will automatically get full marks. It doesn't work like that, right? So we need to trust others to an extent. It is not like we'll just blindly put everything in that basket and then just have a laid back approach. So we should be trusting others to the extent that they will be able to help us, and trust ourselves in terms of the overall responsibility of achieving this goal. Okay, so this is what the toppers or the rankers will try to avoid, and this is what we have to discuss about what it takes to really achieve things. Hope this is useful to you, and if you are looking for some NEET and JEE preparation resources, you can always log on to our Concept Digital website, www.conceptdigital.com, and if you are looking for some classroom programs nearby your location, you can visit www.conceptlearning.com and look for the center nearby to your locality. Okay, and also for preparation and practice, you can download our learning app, which is available on the Google Play Store, and make use of all these resources. Hope this is useful to you guys, and we'll see in the next video.